velocity, right? So you develop the forward energy, going forward all the time, right? If you're in a situation where you don't know what's coming, just keep, you gotta keep your body relaxed. Like this, you'll get scared. Then this block will not be enough to stop this block. Some people, they move fast. So you have to just relax. Come whenever you can, just move it in. Just want to move in. Move it solid. The whole body together. So the whole body has to be solid. And I don't mean solid like a punch. Solid like that. I mean solid like your body has to be structured, very strong. So that when you move, you relax. You move in constantly. Pinpointing the body, shake the body. When you hit them, every time your structure lifts, bam, you hit it. It doesn't get a chance to move the ground. And that's how you can take it down. You understand what I'm saying? So if you're in a situation, all of a sudden, he just comes at you. So you have to already hear bam, just keep moving, just do what I gotta do. Get out the way. Now, if he goes again, shoot my hand out. You throw whatever you can. Try to throw everything towards the center line. So you can break the line. Bam, break the line here. Punches out the way here. I can move this way. See? Bam, bam, just keep moving in. Get out the way. Right? Now, how do we use it? How do we need to destroy a person? You don't know. You don't know what he's going to do. So you want to lock, attack, lock. You know what it is. If you do that, you lock it. Keep coming in. That's a lock. See? Face hard. Right? So rather than doing that, you're blocking. You move it in. You move it in. Destroy the situation. You're living with something. It's not blocking. You make his body close enough, range, anything he wants to do. You eliminate at close range. What can happen? And you gotta beat. You understand? So he's moving, move around. Move around. Move around. Keep moving. Avoid this sweet spot. Sweet spot. Avoid this sweet spot. Move away. Everything has to be solid. Let me prepare. Alright, so you just stand here. Cut. Everything is relaxed. See that? Now work on drills. Give me a second. Play with somebody you don't know. Just okay? Now we'll start some drills. That's all right. Alright, so we're going to look at drills on how to move. Okay, goes in. Okay? I just saw you one minute. Look. Okay? I'm just focus this. Okay? We're going to do the execution. Okay? Watch it. Over here. Push your toes. Right here. Really, he grabs me. You really can't grab him with you. See, if he tries to grab, I just punch him. Now you're out of situation. Just grab him, Jimmy. Just can't grab him. It's useless. Up in the back, I have to grab my hand. It spins out. can't get away from him. He feels his hands. Very hard to grab. Because he's breathing. Right? You know, it's a nice everything we have. And you just move it. Very easy. React to situations. What's the issue? Patience, great. What's up with initiation? Very easy. Right? Go over the back here. Right?
He's finished having children.
Nah, he already has enough. You see? Your response has to be natural. So you feel something. You hear what I'm saying? Put the lock here. Going down. Okay? Now, quickly, trust me. Lock me here. Kick it. Now, watch again. See something that you're doing. Some people just like this. Feel that. Try to see. Not the right energy. First thing you learn. I'm going to give you just 5 minutes. He's going down. Hang on. Any kind of situation. Your hand grabs here. You shouldn't do that. He is troubling you. You know, clears the eyes out. You're still going to be effective. It works. Yeah. Right? Okay. Has like this one. This is kind of strong here, right? Oh, see how I got back here? Okay, you want to grab it every time. So just get it tight. First thing first, you do here, right? Go down, and up. That means my neck needs to be flexible. See, the thing of chokes is if you make it stiff, they can get you easy. You try to move your thing. Try to adjust to move around. So that when they kill you, press you easily. You see? That's yeah. It's not time to open the thing. You see? Look at my feet. Feet to everything. You see that? Okay? Now, if you could be real quick for me too. See how I change the energy? Once you rush. Very good to use your foot.
Going to do that.
No, it's too close. He's gonna fall on me.
Rush. Very important street situation.
What?
They come really quickly at you. You stand here. See? That's what you want. You got to focus. Everything is timing. If you're not relaxed, you won't get it. Ready, he comes. Yeah. You walk away. Timing. You should use your small circles to get you out of any situation you want. You have to wait for the rush. You have to feel it. As you feel it, move forward. Yeah, move forward. Goes in. See? Okay, so if he somehow gets to get, try to lead you down, you should sometimes I can grab you and try to move your hand here. From second floor. Okay, he does that. Push down here. See that? Alright, we're working all those drums. Pick up knees. This launch is right. Why? He's not afraid. He's going to throw everything at once. If you halfway there, because you're already within this line of combat, that means now you have to go with everything. So when I stay here, let things keep moving. Always. Whichever way he goes. Stop. Right? You must go with it. You know, too tight. You know? You gotta lock it. Cut. See? You have to take care of it. So he beats the situation. You take the situation, you swing this way. Like you. When you're afraid, you'll play with it, you'll drive people anywhere. So you have to work about all those type of people. Keep it there. Keep moving up. Keep moving. Every time you're hitting him, it's slowing his tap. He's getting scared to hit you. Damaging every part of the body. Damage every part of the body. All right, move. Good. Power back. You can learn all different things. But if you're not comfortable with that, you have to be comfortable. Somebody tells me you want to use, you throw something, you want to use the most closest skills. You may learn thousands of different ways how to get into the business. Natural response is what comes out. What are you comfortable with? It doesn't mean you won't take it. You know, he may throw in something different, and I may go completely outside. This way. It doesn't mean that you just do it. Like this, right? You have to use your body. Be sure of your body. When you show your body, when you go this way, you know you can make it around as much as you have to be flexible. If you don't feel your stance is that good, then you use a straight line. Everything is a straight line. Okay? Which that's easy to do. Imagine power, but since you broke in a close range techniques, you know demolish quickly because you move it twice as fast with your reacts. Okay? Later on, when you get comfortable with your feet, you'll be able to move to the side. Why I like the side is because this is his center. This is my side. He has to jump to me. By the time he touches me, he goes to the trap. See? I'll show you what I mean by he goes to the trap. He goes to punch at me. I come here, right? Now, look at my ankle here. Before he turns on me, look. Now, when I see motion trap, I'll show you that. Motion trap means that not necessarily you don't want to get to you, but emotionally I'm scared because you know I'm right, you're not here. You know you're right, it's flash. That's emotional trapping. Okay? Here, you can always do that. Take control of the individual. If you go to the constant work, that's a way to lift the energy. So you have to be very precise. Right? Turn where we go. Right? But you have to learn moving forward with it. It's easy to move. It's constantly moving. Hit this block. Shoot whatever you have. Right to the force. Yeah. You have to here. You have to go. Back to back. So you shoot with the angles. The man is here. On this side. On this side. This side. This side. This side. It's the flower right here. Okay? So you're attacking those points there. Now it's going to the side. Back. 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 See? See? Okay? Well, you're that. Later on, you look at another here. Third form, second form. But what I'm trying to tell you is that if he throws a punch and I hit him, here, it wouldn't, right? So, each Chun is good in the sense that it teaches you exactly where to hit right away. Good targets. Every point you're hitting, your opponent's going to feel it. Okay? But when you're developing your power, when you're training brothers, it's no problem. You won't get hurt. Because you're both developing how to release power. Now, if I demonstrate and I hit you, I mean, I only use 10%. But if I use 50, 60%, then you're going to feel it. Days later, still, you'll feel it. But I would never do that. I play only to your level. You know, people will say, well, I do. That's why I play people's level. That's why I don't even know if I'm any better, because I only play at everybody's level, not my level. I can never play my level unless I play with myself. You know, we'll have some fun during the week and then we can play. But in any case, I try to upgrade myself by training with everybody to make myself improve. But I'm trying to get you to understand that, you know, combat itself is very, it's nasty. It's nasty simple. You can fight. You know? I don't think about anything. I just think about taking this. There's 10 of them. I'm thinking about killing everybody. I don't care. First, what's going on? You guys do. And just kill him. Because, you know, it's a situation where there's a dog eat dog. You know? So whoever's there, the first one, bam, he's going down first. Half a second, he's going down. Half of the people there are going to take off because how fast he went out. But that's reality. Reality is going to be me or you, it's going to be me. I'm walking away. Because first of all, I don't start it, or I'll end it. And that's how you got to think. Take it to that level, you'll be fine. But you can get anything you want from this. But ultimately, reality, combat is a serious thing. You're in there, man, you know, nobody can ever experience what I'm talking about. Unless you've been there. You know what I mean? For me, it's great. Because it gives you adrenaline. How quickly we knock this guy out. Well, you know, it's fun. You know? But when you develop it, it is not fun. But it's also good because it develops you. We all need that to develop ourselves. To pass a sanity stage every once in a while. You know? I pass it a little bit, maybe too much, but it's great because now I'm back. You know, you come back to reality and you teach everybody how to do it right. You know, but I'm saying, when I play, and you play, I don't know this person, every hit he's getting, he's feeling it. If he's not down within the first one, he's definitely going down within the second one. Because I'm launching 50 to 60% of my power right in that first shot. I don't know him. So I will use whatever it takes to demolish the individual. When you play with an individual, you better learn to use your power precisely. Only I know how to use the power with people. That's why I tell you, flexibility is the key. If you're flexible, you relax. When you hit a guy, you'll hit just enough to let him know, look, I can hurt you. You know? Or you can hit a guy, tell him I can hurt you for real. Bam, take him down. So you want to try again, he'll look at you terrified, you go out and try again. He could have had it the nice way. I just couldn't pinpoint it. But some people, they don't accept that. They'll fire again. So then you have to upgrade your stuff too because you have to protect yourself. And then bam, you upgrade the power. Just enough to show him, if not to pursue anything beyond that. Right? So the whole idea is that every drill you learn, you have to put everything into it because you fight close. When you fight close range, you don't get the distance that other people get, where they can throw a kick and they'll go back in all the time, back up away from you. Here, you're inside here, and you know, power lies within this range, okay? The man swings his whole torso into this blow. I'm gonna feel it, you understand? I have to know that if I'm in that range. But feeling power is good because when you feel the power, you're redirecting the power. You know exactly what it's gonna take to do that technique right. How much power is gonna feel. Sometimes you work soft, meaning just it's an energy thing. You don't know exactly how to get out of situations. That's good too. But you gotta learn how to use soft and hard power. Because that's the true elastic power. You know, because soft power meaning is if he grabs me hard, and I'll turn it into something light. Okay, just enough to show him I reverse the situation. Okay, now if from there he still tries to do something, then you pin. You understand? Then you turn it to hard energy. You understand? So that's why you have to work on soft and hard energy. But then I can go to true elastic power, which is what you need. Elastic power is not necessarily when he does a button. Hey, this is not elastic power. Okay? This sexuality is strong, full of energy. Okay, elastic power is that you're here already. You can land on the individual. Okay? And then if he makes a force on that, boom, elastic power comes out. You see? It makes him go back. You know what? The inch punch, you know what that does for you? It distances the individual from you. Okay, now why that's good? If his first blow is really good, okay, and I elastic with him, but his blow is good, you know what I have to do? I have to break the center, meaning that I have to slow him back so that this won't be as good. You understand? So if that blow is good, within that one, I elastic my power line. I release the elastic energy. I step them back. Now, as he's stepping back, see how fast I followed him? That's how fast you're supposed to move with the individual. How are you going to know that? If you work with your partner on feeling each other, respect, it grows up to you. If you do it more, you try again. We're all learning together. You know, that's why the class is always good, because everybody has fun. You know, but you want to also be realistic at the same time. You know, I mean, you might not want to get out of purpose, but I think that purpose is always good. Because you reality. You know, reality is good to have in life, you know? So when you build it, you know, you won't get hurt. I mean, I heard people tell me articles about chest blows and hurting. Your partners will not hurt you. They're developing power like you. Don't worry about it. I won't hurt you either because if anybody has control, it's me. You know, what I use, I never even close my fingers when I hit an individual. So I'm actually hurting my own self. Because the first thing I did learn is to close completely and put it this way. But when I teach people, when I hit people, I hit them this way. I'd rather hit myself and loosen up my bones here than hurt the students. So calm down, Joe. You know? Sometimes it's good to feel a little bit of my power, because then you'll know, wow, first of all, this develops good power. Oh man, this guy has power. Okay, fine. If you see that I'm an individual like you and I can possess power like that, then you know you can get some of that too. Right? But if I can't do it for you, what's going to give you the thing that you can do it, that you can develop it? You know, I have to get on the floor, as I did, and demonstrate the reality of it. Now, if I had my uniform on and my style, just walk around and show you drills. You know, and then you maybe, you know, drink some tea all day and be like, down, left, you know, that's not my style. I like to play with everybody, because I'm still young, so I like to improve with everybody else. I'm going to sweat more than everybody sweats. I want to get it worked out too, you know? But what I'm trying to say is, really in Wing Chun, the principles itself, you really can't, you're not supposed to be able to grab Wing Chun. If he grabs you, that's because you're tight. You're tight, you understand? Because when you're in a situation, if something prohibits, you're falling into something, okay? And I'm in this angle here, okay? All of a sudden I slip, okay? And then he's rushing in to take me down. Here, I can just use myself, just take it right over myself, right? Or, you know, you can use whatever you have to yourself. The point is to get him off you and get back on top. You understand what I'm saying? You don't want to spend time on the ground. It's not good. Because first of all, if you're in a situation where you're going down and you're concentrating a lot, taking this person to whatever they use. See, like, these people are standing here, I don't know who these people know him. As I'm trying to concentrate here, I'm getting kicked in the back, punched, everything. It doesn't work. You understand? Oh, I'm gonna take you down. This is not they kicking me in the back. Oh, such a wrong. Bam! And they kicked here. My mouth was gone. Right? And as I'm getting up with the chokes, when it stabs me in the back, reality strikes. Right? Reality strikes. What I'm saying is, I have that type of stuff too. I learned it, but I wouldn't really use it. I would just do whatever I can to get back on the ground. You know? If somehow I fall on the ground here, okay, what I would do here is immediately use my body to adjust, see? To adjust me back, to get back up top. Okay? So if I'm on the bottom here, and he's coming at me, I would kick here, bam, just pop back up. Okay? That's from Chi Area. Okay? Or if I'm down here, you don't use the stairs like Wing Chun, like I use here, turn sideways. You see, the sideways, you can use it to your advantage. Okay? So you just spin around. See, you're in control here. Okay, now watch. If I'm in this angle here, moving down here, you can use this one. Okay? You can use using the ground. Okay?
Right on top of it.
Oh no. He's gonna fall on me.
If you're on the ground, if somehow he's on top of you, on the ground, right? This way here. He's down. Okay? This is why another thing I don't like it, because you start playing around with your private parts on the floor. Anyway, you're on the ground this way. Same theory of Wing Chun. What is the Wing Chun theory? You try to get on the inside. That's your theory of Wing Chun, right? So from here, you can play the same thing you play with your hands. You see? Same thing. You get them right off you. You understand? He's applied on the ground also. If you're tight, you're going to have a problem. Because you're on the ground, your power set ranges on the top of the floor. But, like I say, if you're on the ground already, and he has you this thing here, okay? So okay, here, right? You use your hands to keep him out. Turn around and get out of the situation. You know what I mean? I was taught to turn around and clinch on him and then finish it. I can do that too, but this is not that style. I just want to get him off. Okay? So, when you're on the ground here, and he's on top of you, your main idea, remember, is to get on the inside of the individual. Okay? Because once you're on the inside of the individual, you can strike. That's another purpose, okay? Or you can just move around and use your mind to get him. Always. You see that? You can move here. But use your hands. Use your hands. Now here's where you can use the rocks to penetrate him. Off you. Or bring him around, just like Bill slowly take you, drop that. Right over. Take it inside. You see what I mean? Okay? The whole idea is you're trying to use whatever you can use. Come on, he has established good ground. Don't worry about that. I got it. You know, put pressure on you. Man, when you feel pressure, you're going to want to do the right thing to get out the way. Right? When you feel pressure, you know I showed you a technique from the top. You can use the hand to pull out. You can pull it out that way. But just get the inside. Okay, now when you get the inside, right? That's what I learned. I use my principles in every situation I have. Okay, now I'm here, and I pull up here. Now I'm here. Okay, now see? Look what he gets to look. You see how I use the same thing I use on the top? I get the hell out the way. Right? When I get the hell out the way. Then you know at the same time I give him pressure. Okay? Now you can do it two ways to get him off. You can use this here, and you can use the leg here. You see? And you can get him off you. Right? You get him off you this way when you're on top of him. Right? But the whole idea, I don't like to play that game. I just want to get him off. See? And get back up. Right? But at the same time, use my hands in case the kick comes out. I'm coming down here. The last the kick that I just lanced. You see? So then you will have to really know how to pressure it back. Real like that. Real shit. Let's go. Okay? So we're gonna work on all those type of things. So just go for the base. Now, this here. Once your pressure, he comes to shoot my hand. Comes coming from there. See how I pushed up? Here, okay? Now, see? Okay? Everything locked. Alright, now, look how Wing Chun Man uses the principle of the ground for power. Okay, that's, people really don't teach that. If I'm in this angle here, okay, when he's coming at me, I push out. See, I use this part here, okay, but that gives me the power, as it does on the top. Okay, bam, here, okay, bam, here. Still in control, right? Not here, not here, not here. Right? Okay, that's one. The other one is about here, in this position here. Okay, and he comes slowly. I will use this. Another. Now watch as this one works. This is from the top. Okay. Keep your position, always protecting. You go this way, okay? Goes this way, okay? Or you also are in a position where you can, like I say, push out into it. Look what I do. I do combinations. You learn a combination with the legs, you can use combinations with tactics. It's never going to be the same, but you flow. Everything is natural flow. You would just push up, kick here, okay? And, of course, bang, whatever you want to use. Finish them off. Okay? So the same things you can learn on the top, you can do on the bottom. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay? If you know the principles at the top, use them at the bottom. And remember, look at this. This is what Wing Chun taught me from the top that I can use on the bottom. It's very important. Okay? Before he comes, you also know the distance that you have to use that technique. Every technique needs the distance. If I'm in this angle here, before he throws me the kick or whatever, tries to get me from there, and I try to block it this way, he's gonna get in now. But you know what I do? I adjust. I wait for the right timing. See? Wait for the right timing. Boom. Okay. Okay, now look, you can even do blocks. Okay? Anything that works, work for your advantage. Alright? You have to learn how to respond with situations. You have to learn how to reverse situations. Okay? The bottom stuff, all you need is the basics, man. Because you just need, if you're going down, you need to use yours to take them down. Okay? And then you get back up. You understand? Don't be the only one down. He's coming down with me. I use my arsenals, bring him down. But bring him down the right way. Breaking his leg, taking down the bottom, breaking the top. You understand? And that way I'm getting up and he's not getting up. You understand? That's a good way. But for us to both people to stop playing games like that, our time is going down. What our possibilities are that we can use. So we gotta be realistic. Practicing form, that's great. It's like chess. You're playing like on the top. Boom, and get around, get out of this, that. But that's all good in a one-on-one situation. But being in situations myself, I remember many situations where I felt, oh God. I was like, where are they? 5, 6, 7. Bring them on out. It doesn't start with one. You won. I said, it's not it. People coming from everywhere. You're fighting a lot people. So if you concentrate on one thing, you're gonna miss whatever's gonna happen. You have to learn how to go with the situation. You have to, your tournament is, this is your tournament, for multiple, all right? Here, right, let's see. You come too hard. Yeah, I have to put you that hard. So I'm gonna go anymore. Okay, this guy here. Okay? Your idea in which one is if you're in situations, people do come at you. Okay? So every time you hit a person, you hit. Okay? And when situations I come up, here I hit. Now this guy comes, hit. Okay, now this guy's coming, hit. You constantly, everything is violent hits. You understand? That's one way I'm playing. That's actually, you got a lot of skill and a lot of energy. Another way is, you play with one guy and you use it like this guy, and then you move it to this guy. So I think I moved that one too. Okay? Everything works on timing. I'm gonna show you why. Okay? I move it this guy, but I'm not really sleeping on this guy. Okay, so you look at it, I'll move this guy. Understand? Okay, I'm gonna work on all those principles. Most of the time. That's why I always say, when you play with somebody, you always look straight ahead. Because for me, I can look right through him, I can look right out to him. I can usually see the individual. So that will determine how this guy is gonna get it. You understand? But from my experience, this guy's gonna get hard anyway. Because I don't care. You never know if somebody else is scared. If not, well, you gotta bet anyway. That's how you gotta think sometimes. You know? You just gotta try to do your thing. I want to hit him every spot where I can walk away.
Does that mean the battery? Should I put the other thing?
Yeah, I can tell. You go and go to him. Understand what I'm trying to say? That's how you always gotta think. Very realistic. Now, classical Wing Chun.
I took him out of the wall.
Classical Wing Chun, not classical Wing Chun. Classical Wing Chun is the way you train in school. You know? Everything when you talk, everything you train, everything basic principle. Everything is on point, it's science. Okay? Non-classical Wing Chun is you don't even do a stretch. You're just standing there, you're making it work. You're still standing. You're usually boxing. But you're making it, you're moving with the individual. Still Wing Chun. Okay? Non-classical is he's coming. Whoa. Looking real good. Okay? That's classical. Doesn't work. Okay? Because I figured this. If an individual faces me and I stay like this, it's like when I was a kid and you're growing up and everybody knows something. So you're getting up and first guy goes into this show, to this show. Oh, that's you stop. You play games. Nowadays, you can't do that. Once you stop, boom, you're done. Okay? You never let the person know what you have. It's always a surprise. It's best. So it's best people don't know. I don't know what it is. I have it, I'm showing up. It doesn't matter. But you try to keep yourself real humble, real down. That's the good side of the Chun, right? Keep that down. The whole idea is that you don't have to set this way. This is too traditional. You go based on principle. So then you could also mess up on this because you want to do different. This is not free style. The rule is effective. That's all I do. It's not free style when I was young. They didn't do anything. I wanted to street fight. It's not so Wing Chun works. From that. It doesn't matter if it's free, you can do those spinning things. As long as I can get the job done, that's what I feel about. I want to aim to get this one. I'm good at this one. And the other thing limits myself to a certain extreme. How I use this happen at a certain age. Here, my power increases. I take it now, I'll punch him, he's a tap, he'll be a fly for the room. But right, I do right, right. But if I use blue strength all the time, 10 years from now, half of my strength is gone. Okay? We're moving these balls to line, so we're training stuff. Have that. Lowering the training. You preserve your energy, you will work. You will last long. That, I guarantee you. But also, you will be able to take care of what you have to take care of. You understand what I'm saying? That's very important. Now you will yourself. And you will yourself, everything will work. So, non-classical Wing Chun, you know, people can feel what you have. I go into this, and then, oh, he backs up, and then boom, you know, because he sees what I'm going to do. You understand? Then classically I go. And then he's going to get his kick, you know why? I'm trying to put it going forward. You know, let's only put this right inside. Before you get bam all over. Wait a minute, you get too fast. Work. Good touch, man. Right? It doesn't matter. I'm going on my home base. I know what you're doing. I'm going to try to limit what you can have. Kill your range. And I got you. Then I know I got you. But even then, I'm still controlling. You're still looking. Because you never let anything back past life. That's something you do. You understand? Now, on your levels now, you're learning how to fight using the top part. Okay? Your bottom part is weak. Now you're learning to know that yet. The more comfortable you become here, the more solid this will become. And believe me, this is part of everything works. Okay? This destroys the whole center of gravity. The power that we get is from the ground. You know? The center of gravity comes from the ground. Pushes off. If you can dominate the where the power comes from, you got it. You understand? People think it's here. I think it's the bottom. Because we're standing ground. It's hard. I think it's the bottom and then the top of it goes down very easy. You understand? Right now, you're only developing a set power using this and this way. Not getting about the bottom. I'll tell you why. Because you're not comfortable with being forward. Okay? I work out with many people every day. They always tell me, keeping my stance this way, you're actually not forward. There's some power. You know, and I have to keep answering questions. Right? Everything comes into place. You understand? The way you feel with power, you're not going to get that power overnight. The way you feel yourself. You know? Years and years and hours of doing that, your body becomes, it's like waking up. Something you just naturally do. You're trying to develop a problem as I do. You know, like I say, you 10 hours a day. And you always don't have that time. But when you do it, pay attention to everything. Okay? You really do. You know, it's not how much you do, it's what you do and when you do it. You understand? When I say you're going to be, you know, train like 15 hours a day, 2 hours, you know, work on it. Wow. Who has that luxury? I don't even have that luxury to do that. I think it's fun for everybody to do that. Honestly, you know, I do it because I like to do it. But if you like to train, when you train, work every aspect. Make sure you know. People always ask me, what my visual, okay? You know where that comes from? That comes from people think you move a certain way all the time. You understand? People do it a certain way. But in Chun, I let your body adjust the way you want it to adjust. It's a very different concept. You understand? But it's very good. Your body's very good because only you know your body. If you know how to adjust your body, okay, I use it this way. Some people tell me, well, shouldn't it be this way to this way? Or shouldn't it be this way? You're all right. It all depends on you. How well you know how to use your stance. How well you know how to adjust. Let me tell you something. If you're here, if I'm here, right, and I have the right technique, I was like, I'm sitting here, and I'm going, there! Crazy little question. As long as something comes out, that's all that matters to me. No level, no skill level. Okay? As long as something comes out, eventually, the more you do it, the more time you spend with this bullshit, you'll adjust to it. Your body will adjust naturally, and you'll be able to do it. Okay? I show you all drills to get this, but only your body knows your body. Only you know your body. So, you'll be able to control that. Okay? If I'm here, he knows your body. And I go, see, like, where's this way, okay? And I have this angle here. Okay, I said, well, maybe I could have came in this way. No, this is still a shot. You understand? If I'm here, you notice I started to adjust, any movement of my body gives him an advantage to shoot in. You understand what I'm saying? Okay? Now, I'm going to tell you something about speed. It's very important, right? You're fast doesn't mean he throws a punch. That's fast. You know what fast means? Because a punch, man, that's fast. Okay? The other way I did it, you go. Okay? speed doesn't mean how many things you throw. It doesn't mean that. I see people watch me go like 7 things out, and guys try to do the same thing, and it's the whole thing, right? But what here is timing. If your timing is good, then your speed is good. You understand? But if you don't have timing, your speed may work some of the times. But if the person is good at timing, he can stop the fastest blow with no problem. Why? Because he has timing. Okay? Speed is good if you have timing, and you have distance, and you have structure. Okay? If you don't have those things, you're going to forget about speed. Speed, let it come naturally. You know? For me, my speed comes with timing. It will make it hands. Right? Makes it hands. Now look, I'll show you. Okay? Over here, look how we the same motion. Right? That's speed. Someone to do that, or somebody to do this. Okay? Same technique, waste of motion. I went from here to here within a split of a second. Within a split of a second of that motion to this motion, I went back at 2 points. Okay, that's speed. That's based on the time. Okay? You're rotating. Okay? Here, that's my head. See? That's speed. That's being able as soon as he. That's speed. Okay? Even something really fun. The initiation of speed. See? You can get that side. It wasn't because fast. It was because I based on the timing of this to go over before you move his head up. Okay? That's like something that is good. Shows you how to get speed through timing, distance, structure. You understand? See, I could be here. Within the pocket. I'm really fast. What I did is I pushed this into this hand dragged down, and I went up. That's what I actually did. So in the way when it's speed is something you use it. Use a new technique. All you can do here, so you can never use it again. Just see, everything is timed. Okay? That's actually true speed. Okay? You go in the punch. Okay? Because I do this, that's not speed. Speed is when it ended. Get the right technique in there. That's not true speed. Alright? So what is good? Like grabs. Grab here. He tries to grab you sometime. Okay? You lift up your hand. That eliminates the way. This is everything. Basics. You know? I remember sometimes they grab you, you're muscling to get it out. No, just lift it up. See? Okay? Now this is what you'll do. You'll respond. As soon as he grabs you, lift up, chop. Okay? That way, redirect. Everything you need to do, redirect. Okay? So if you're in a situation where he all of a sudden grabs you, tries to bring you down, like some people can have good grips. You know? Wrestling background, you have good grips. You're glad you see, right here, I'm using power against power. You understand what I'm saying? So you don't want to do that. Like even if you had a hard style, that's what you try to go and do. Using your way through. Use a lot of energy at the same time. Okay? I'd rather redirect the technique. See? He still has a grip, but I'm okay now. Now I'm in. See how fast I'm in? So try to work on pushing out, chopping. Okay? Push out, chopping. Hit this point, bam, chop it. Okay? You're gonna work this way, just lift it up. You understand? You can do that way or do this way. Here. Push it out too. Okay? Here. This is spot. Okay? When you hit this part here, don't hit this way because then you'll hurt your fingers. Power doesn't lie here. You know, just hitting here. Hit it with this part. Okay? So you hit with your fingers, I can still hurt a little bit. I got their phone level. But you really bounce back your power, rather than using a lot of power. Okay? So he grabs, you lift up, you can hit. Yeah, okay? So just try to get your response. Just lift it up. Hit. Lift up. Hit. Lift up first. Hit. No power. Okay? That's it. Okay? Let's try it out. Go up as you go up this way. Okay? Go up. You go into it or go up or around. Okay? But make sure. See? Now I'm okay. See? I feel the pain like hard. Okay? Now pick your weight. Now we direct the energy. Forward. Track. Okay? So make sure your natural response first. First of all, don't wait too long. Okay? Because then he can read down with that. See, a mature person should always respond naturally. Should always respond naturally. Okay? Very natural. Okay? And notice how the angle of the head changes with his anatomy. Good to your point.
Sorry.
Okay? So let's try work it out. See how his body moves forward? Body moves forward that way, and I can adjust. Okay? So hands here for you. See? No hands. So you can right here. Okay, so his power's here. Okay? Now, power is going forward. Comes up. Okay? This is for the third one. Basically, it's a whole game situation. So, pull it back. Pull it back. Okay? Use him to guide you. He supports me. Okay, remember, so the person who's putting power, putting on you, takes you. Try to hold into this. Thank you. See that? See what's helping you generate power. Okay? See? You turn down. You circle around. Okay? Around. See? See, you go forward, inside. Just grab the back a little bit quicker. This is an emergency situation. Okay? You got to try again. Comes to this way here. Come here, force is here. But look at the energy levels. Okay? Okay? Let's try it. You don't even have this here. Easy. Go down. That's it. How easy is it? That's all you. You just got to see how easy it is. Back up. Very easy. You need the right spot all the time. It will work for you. Okay? Now look. Relax. How easy. The harder you pulls down, the easier it is for you. Right there. Down. Quickly make. Okay? Let's see. Situation here. Okay, every time you push forward, you don't want to move back this way. Because then you move back with power, eventually you go to the wall or somebody gets to you. Okay? So you could be in this position where you push forward. Everything has to be flexible so you can use it. Watch it. This position here. Sometimes when they limit you, they become this big start. Okay? So the faster he comes, the faster he out. You work on it, once you work on this thing, out. Okay, watch this, okay? This, when you play the Chun, you always play with the wrist. You're used to that distance, so you learn to move around. Okay? Anything that's going to happen is going to happen. If I'm going to relax here, okay, when he's going to jam, straight forward. Okay? The only way of blocking that is this way, right. Back cycle here, what's coming? So you have a lot of changes. This is what you want to do. You stay in position. Okay, with the marks. Do that here. This is very hard. This is what I want you to work on. I want you to work on how to pull back the power. Sometimes you get you could go outside. Okay, that's also good. What I'm showing you is how to use your body now as a block machine. If he throws this punch here, I'm using my stance to get down and also my structure. Okay, here I'm not using it. I'm using my here, this side here. Okay, now he switches that one here. See, I'm going to this side here. You have to know how to exactly how to move it. When he threw this punch here, I'm moving to this side. When he throws this punch here, if you move it to this side, you move it to a punch. Okay, but if he threw this angle here, if he throws that one, I'm not here. You have to learn how to use your body. This is the last level. They show you this whole last year because you actually hitting it when you're hitting it from here. Okay? Then when he's getting it, I'm out. You shoot again. I'm out. You shoot again. I'm out. You shoot again. I'm using my structure here. Like you shoot again. See? You have to know how to do it. Now you use it. Oh, sorry. This is my center. Okay? And if you do that same punch, you're used to doing this. Like he throws a punch. Look what I have here. Right? This is great center. Also, no slopes. Understand? Let's try to work it. Since we're used to this one, try to work it here. Now we go back. And here. Out. Here. In. So, your stance is here. This stance is forward. These directions take you're facing this angle, so it comes using your body to get out that way. Okay? So, you work on it right now. You're learning how to get out that way using your stance. Right? Then you're going to be able to do this. See my technique? You'll be able to do this one. This is for the source. Okay, that is these down. Okay, okay. The sword level, we have a stance where we go with this. So when we come this way, go with it. Okay, come on down. Okay, that's for the source. Who is the source? This angle is going to go here. Okay, now, when I just turn the phone, rather than stretch it out, okay, I ride. That's what it's for. So right now, what you need basically is the body. Okay? The body structure, when it comes out, you just need to go out of the way. Okay? It's one level, you won't do that. You're bringing that direction. Understand? So, go down here. Let's try it. Use your stance now. When the punch is faster, okay, punch something comes up fast, use your body to get your feet up. Never move the stance, really. Sometimes you can still curve. Okay, that may happen. All depends on your exactly how to move up, try to go, right? Redirect the power that you jam in. That's based on training. Or if I'm over here, all of a sudden, just jab the ball, this is, I move it up. Turn. Now you always come up, fight the power going forward, right? Which is this system from right before. So your hand is something here, okay? Now you look slightly different. Change that, look slightly. Now you will stop, right? You not know how to flash this power, but rather how you direct the power. Okay, as I said, the one hand level is flashing. Flashing to the center. Okay? It's still good to look at. Flashing to the left. Okay? There's no flash.
This vacation, ever taken you on a 5.1 FM bus?
Right? The redirection of the power is this. See? That's the way to get it. Okay? Also, when you're ready, you kind of move it. And it's together. Okay? Now, the third one level is basically working situations. Right? If you play this alright, that's how you get it. And then he's jamming forward. Right? Now, the working situations, he has my name here. He's coming in. So he's coming in hard, pushing me back. Now, what situation, what do you do here? Right? You use your running situation, just pull here, right? Go here, just right there. That's the reach your level in your situation. Because you're learning how to get, when you can come to yourself, right? Kind of just move. Go back to yourself. No. Maybe you come back to yourself. Here's it. Learning how to spring around here. Go, so okay, so my hands will be pulled down with hand. Has ginger, has sweetness, attacks. Okay, it's very vital. Now also, it's good for you to tap into action. Your hands coming down here. Everything's emergency. What do you emergency do? I gotta come back. Come back in. Okay, that's basically the attacks are very vital attacks. Okay? They're very vital attacks. At that time, the fingers are strong. Okay? A lot of palm strikes here. Palms here. Strikes in here. They're everything. Like bursting power. This way, bursting power. Which is in the air. Okay? You learn what to burst in the air. Everything comes in. This is called bursting power. At least put your hands in this position. Because when you're pulling into this, your hands is already blocking this. Okay? But like I said, he's already in this position here, but then just loosen up your neck. Keep your neck loose. Because the tighter it is, the easier it is for you to choke it out. Okay? So if you're in a situation that he comes really to grab you, try to keep your hand this between your hand, keep this hand formation here. Okay? Once you keep this, see what I did already? I did two things already. You didn't catch. I only got this, but I only have his leg locked. I keep his leg near mine, so I can control his leg. Okay? That's the first thing I initiate. Throws in. You know? So, okay, he's coming in. Put your hands in. Okay? So you have that. Now you have to see. If I do this every day, I definitely have power. I can pull it out easily. But I was also only told to push in and back, right? So, as I do this one, we can use this one. Okay? So you can have a open in here. Okay, now I would recommend this one. Okay, watch again. So you walk in, the guy's gonna grab you behind, right? Pull into this first. Make sure you get your hand out. Okay? Now use this hand as a grip. Okay? Bang. In this point. Slam into it. Here, okay? Now. Okay? Watch again. Grab it, hold your hand out. Okay? He's going to try to grip it. I keep my hand here. Okay? Bam, I hit this point. As I push out. Do two things at once. Okay? My hand is here, I push out. See? Now I have control of it. Okay? Now now look how my kind of changes into this. Because wherever you're going to use your power, the whole body turns into. Okay? Let's try it out. Alright, we can sometimes stop it. Start with this guy, not on this hand, right? Say some potential here. Right? Change. Right? Now what you do, like I say here, try to keep your neck. Because every time you raise your neck, it's already using the position. Get out. You try to balance yourself also. Right? Now, you get it. Just enough to the progression of it. Right? Just like that. So the first thing you do, okay, right, is adjust. Why you adjust? Because if you lift your body up, this choking energy is here. So I make it easy for you to jump. So the first thing I was doing, normally, is adjust. As I'm adjusting, this is adjustment. You see, so this cuts the point. Okay, choking. So now he has to go around and feel that. Let's not play that game the whole time. Just do what you have to do. Okay, you're in a position, drop down. See, now I stop the choking pressure. Just enough